Once upon a time, in a valley surrounded by emerald hills and tall trees, there was a quiet little town called Willowmere. Life there was simple, and the people were kind. But the most fascinating thing in the whole town was Grandpa Theo's house. His home looked like something from a storybook. Wind chimes hanging from crooked windows, birdhouses of every shape, and colorful inventions scattered all over his lawn. Everyone in Willowmere knew Grandpa Theo, the cheerful old inventor with wild hair, a booming laugh, and a heart full of curious wisdom. Among all the children in town, there was one who adored him the most. Lily, a bright 10-year-old with wild curls and a head full of questions. She often came over after school to tinker in his workshop, listening to his stories while trying not to knock over jars of screws and springs. One morning, Lily arrived with a serious look on her face. "Grandpa Theo," she said, "I want to know how to be truly happy and successful too. Everyone talks about it, but no one really explains how." Grandpa Theo looked up from a half-finished bird-feeding machine and smiled. "Ah," he said, "the big question. Well then," he continued, "I'll teach you, but first, a challenge." He rummaged through a cluttered drawer and pulled out a bright, shiny red balloon. He blew it up with a gentle puff and tied it with a string. "Here's your task," he said, handing her the balloon. "Walk from here to the town square, without letting it touch the ground. No hands allowed. Only your breath, your steps, and your focus." Lily blinked. "Wait. What? That's it?" "That's it," said Grandpa Theo with a wink. "Oh, and one more thing. Try not to take it too seriously. Have fun with it." Slightly puzzled, but always up for a challenge, Lily set off down the winding path toward the town square. At first, it seemed easy. She gave the balloon a gentle puff, and it floated up like a dancing apple in the sky. She walked slowly, eyes wide, heart racing, keeping her breath steady. But soon, the breeze picked up. The balloon wobbled. A group of ducks quacked loudly and startled her. A boy on a bicycle nearly clipped her, making her duck and spin. Then came the town's baker, Mr. Tomlin, who chuckled as he saw her. "Training for the Balloon Olympics, Lily?" he joked. She giggled but stayed focused. A pair of toddlers clapped as she passed, and someone even started following her, mimicking her every puff and step like a parade. She tripped over a cobblestone and almost lost the balloon, but caught it just in time with a clever bounce off her knee. By the time she reached the town square, her cheeks were red, her breath short, but her eyes were glowing. The balloon hovered gently over her, still floating, still alive. The lesson. She turned back and rushed to Grandpa Theo's house, balloon bobbing behind her like a proud badge of honor. "I did it!" she cried. "The balloon never touched the ground." Grandpa Theo clapped his hands in delight. "Bravo, my little balloon master. Now tell me, what did you learn?" Lily thought for a moment. She had felt silly. She had laughed. She had stumbled and recovered. She had ignored the giggles and trusted her instincts. "I guess I learned that things don't always go the way you expect," she said. "There are surprises. People laugh, but if you keep going and don't give up, you make it." Grandpa Theo leaned in and said quietly, "That, my dear Lily, is the secret. Life is like your red balloon, light, unpredictable, and sometimes silly. If you try too hard to control it, it pops. But if you move with it, laugh a little, and focus, it becomes a beautiful dance. He handed her a small notebook. On the cover were the words, "Joy is the journey." Inside were blank pages. "Fill it with the adventures you'll have," he said. "And when life gets windy, remember your balloon." Lily nodded, holding her balloon high. She didn't need a perfect plan anymore. Just a little courage, a big breath, and a smile. Moral of the story: life won't always go the way you plan. But that's the beauty of it. Laugh at the bumps, dance with the wind, and keep your balloon in the air. Joy and success come not from being perfect, but from being playful, determined, and full of heart.